you guys ready for your comedian that she brought like the entire bar? Like literally the entire bar. Give it up for Yasmin!
That is bright. Hey guys. I know what you're thinking. What is this nun doing up here? No, seriously, come on now. It's funny because you said like, she brought the whole bar. See, these are all Muslims. I'm just gonna say we are Muslims here. And it's kind of like an oxymoron to be like, Muslims filling a bar. I'm feeling uncomfortable, I hope you are too. That one guy was like trying to crack jokes like, we don't really like use a lot of profanity and talk about like private parts. So for us, it's just not funny. We're civilized. We civilized. You wouldn't think it watching TV, but we civilized. That's the crazy part, right? We're like represented by the craziest people. Yet everyone you know has an MBA. They have a PhD. They're making bank. You asked if I was tough. Yeah, man, I'm tough as nails. But I had to pee. I had to be. I grew up in Alabama. It's a lot of Roll Tide in here. I think those people were for the Confederacy, right? You were saying, woo, for the Confederacy? Too soon. Too soon. Yeah, Alabama, A is for everyone's welcome. Wait, all are welcome. We're really bad at spelling. All are welcome as long as they look like us, talk like us, and pray like us. Otherwise, you're going straight to hell. A is for not allowed. Nothing was allowed. I came to Alabama because my parents made the mistake of following one of their friends to Alabama, and then that guy took off. He escaped north, and then we were stuck. And it was good, though. I mean, you know, when you live in the South, you learn to have really thick skin and to also crush bullies. So I used to get into some physical altercations in elementary school, middle school, and high school, believe it or not. I know I look tough, right? This leather jacket. I mean, I'm not a nun. Look at this leather jacket right here. Flexing. Yeah, my parents made a mistake and then they like didn't know how to undo it. So then when September 11th happened, my dad was like, hey, God is very merciful. This headscarf thing, you know, it's not working out. I was like, no, man, I'm gonna wear it. He's like, no, you don't have to wear it. Attract the attention, we brought you here, I feel very guilty. I don't know what to say. So I was like, no, man, I got this. I don't want people on TV with the burqa like that one bro set up here. He's like, some Muslim countries. See how he was like Muslim women in some Muslim countries have to wear the burqa. That's right, we're gonna have a meeting later, and you're invited. Guy with beard and flannel, you're not white at all. Woo! You know what? I kind of want to come back to my joke, but I want to just go on one little aside about Trump, just for a second. So, like, you know, we as Muslims are used to people that we hate representing us. People that don't have anything to do with who we are, or our belief structure, or, you know, our civility. And Trump made that a reality for all white people in America. Right? Like, for the first time, it's like, oh my God, that guy represents all of us? Are white people to the rest of the world now Trump? And it's like, no, he's orange. It's different. It's different. Okay, so going back. So my dad was like, you don't have to wear it. And I said, no, Dad, I don't want people on TV representing me. I'm gonna wear it. And so my dad went from like 0 to 1,000. He's like, fine, perfect. I knew you were my daughter. You will run for president. I was like, what? He's like, of your class. You were not born here. It's complicated, the Constitution. But listen, You will run for president of your class. And I was like, trying my best to not break my dad's heart. So I was like, oh, yeah, of course. Got it, president. I'm going to go over here now. And cry with my brother, who concocted an entire plan of how to rap in front of my entire high school. So I was like really trying to like be hard. I was like, Huntsville, Alabama knows how to party. Huntsville, Alabama knows how to party. All 3 of the black people in my school were like, yeah, I got you. And I was like, yeah, I love you too. But I won. I won because I made fun of the jock that was running against me. At that time, my headscarf was white. I really did look like a nun. And I rapped about him. I said, white is the color on my scarf. Green is the color when you barf. And his name was Tyler Green. He started crying. It was a sweep. I swept. I swept that election. And when I came to give my speech in front of 10,000 people, now imagine me in Huntsville, Alabama. Not only was I like the only anti-war person in my entire high school, I just didn't look like the rest of them. So I'm like in front of these 10,000 people, and the teacher who, his name was Mr. Hurt, by the way, and that he was a hurt man. And he would try to fight with me about the war and things, and he was like, talking about me to people behind my back. He said, I'm so scared. That Yasmin, she's gonna use her platform for bad. She's gonna have a political axe to grind. She's gonna go up there and talk about, the war and her Sharia. She's gonna go up there and just say, I'm Muslim, Muslims. And I was like, what? Using a position of power, abusing power? That's something conservatives do. It's projection, Mr. Hurt. That hurts, doesn't it? That's right, Mr. Hurt. I still remember you. Sorry. That was me being tough. I had to really look at people in the eye and just, kind of flex on them a little bit. Except when I wanted a job, right? So I tried to apply for a job in Alabama. You can imagine nobody called me back. But this one lady did. Her name was Kelly, and she said, hello, Yasmin? Yasmin? I was like, yeah, that's me, yeah. I was not flexing. I was like, whatever you want to call me, Shirley, yes, that's my name. She said, we are just in such a bind here, and it looks like you have a college education from a really fancy school. Everything's school in the South, there's no L's. And I said, yeah, I have a very fancy school education. And she said, okay, well, we're looking for someone to come in for an interview. And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come in for an interview. All of a sudden I started mirroring her accent to be like, I'm just like you. I'm just like you. I'm not threatening. So I show up to the interview and she's like, okay. I thought, because I had read the name, and then, do you always look like that? I was like, you mean my face? You mean my nose? And she's like, your headgear, like that one guy. This is real. The headgear that you're wearing. We have a strict uniform policy here. We wear Ann Taylor clothing. Seeing as how we're kind of short-staffed right now, I feel like we can make an exception. We'll just see if this works out, okay? We're gonna put you in the back, okay? You're gonna fold some clothes. You're gonna clean up the fitting rooms, all right? Does that sound all right to you? I'm like, yes, $5.75 an hour after taxes sounds perfect to me. Sign me up. So I show up and I'm definitely in the back, always folding clothes. But this woman is talking to one of her friends one day, and she's like, Anime, does this make me look fat? Just tell me the truth. And her friend's like, no, that's not even in your vocabulary. I don't even know how you spell that word. You look gorgeous. And so I was like, hi, sorry, I'm just, to be real with you, I'm folding clothes. I'm a mannequin, really. But I just wanted to tell you that color doesn't do anything for your eyes. And she's like, oh, what? Do you work here? And I was like, yeah. She's like, really? I said, yes. Yes, I work here. And so she said, okay. Well, what else would work better for my eyes? I said, well, I'll tell you. And I'll sell you the matching shoes, the matching bracelet, and all of the scarves. And I sold like $1,000 worth of Ann Taylor merchandise an hour. So the district manager came down there. And she's like, is Yasmin here? Yasmin? Yasmin? Is Yasmin here? Oh, you. I've heard such good things about you. Look, I really need you to come down and help us out here, become a regional manager. You're selling a lot of clothes. I'm going to give you an award. You know how much an award I'm going to give you? I'm going to give you a Bravo award. I said, oh, wow. An award, finally, someone is recognizing me. She said, that's right. You'll get 25% off our merchandise to wear more of our merchandise. I was like, okay, I'm going to law school. And I left. Got the hell out of there. So I'm going to circle back to my doing that amazing speech in front of 10,000 people in high school, which I, of course, was very gracious about and only talked about how I was just a reflection of this beautiful diversity that was in my school that I lied about. And I was more, my election said more about them than it said about me, and lots of other lies. Later, a woman came up to me and she said, honey, I heard your speech. Fantastic, okay? I did not know nuns were so up and about. Good for you, sweetheart. Good for you. Thank you, guys. One thing. I just want to dedicate this show to Mohammed Bayazid, who is fighting for his life right now. He's a Syrian activist. He's the one who brought me here. He said, go do that comedy special and get it taped. And to this beautiful woman right here, Greta Hendricks, for making it happen. Thank you all for your support.